farm route, which is very simple. You just kind of fly a big circle around the island. And the key to this farm is if you find a collection in one place, you're gonna not find anything nearby most of the time. Sometimes you may find something, like during the seasonals and stuff, they'll pop different radars, but for the most part, the route that I'm going to show you is the most consistent route I've used in the last 10 years of playing DC. This is Inspector Panda. As you can see, he's mental. I mean, with this character, you know, I have 429 skill points and my combat rank is only 337. So I mean, you know, I haven't really been playing DC much, and you know, I just wanted to put some emphasis back into the community. So what I'm going to do is start on the interior right here. Sometimes you'll come down here, there'll be a collection in here, and I should have showed you guys the one that sometimes it'll spawn up here. So sometimes one will be right here, and sometimes right down here in this area. So what I'm going to do is just start from where my bases are, because I have bases all over these places. So I'm going to run my normal route that I would run just if I'm farming. So as you can see, you're going to find collections sitting in the weirdest spots, believe me. After 11 years, I figured that DC would want to change them. But this here, the Asylum Contraband, that's also part of the feat. So you want to get that collection with the Phobia collection. So just a heads up that you're going to be farming a lot. And I'm using my gadgets guy right now because he's his movement is acrobatics. And I got all the feats done for all the movements, so you know, I just rather just try it out. And I sat there and grinded out all these races, so yeah, it's a headache. So the run I'm doing is, like I said, my standard run. And you know, I've found a lot of the Phobia collections over the time I've been playing this game. And you know, some people will probably, you know, frown upon it. I'm showing you guys these routes, but you know, I'm looking around and I get into some of these raids and stuff and some of the alerts, and I'm in there with people who have no experience and there's nobody teaching them nothing. So I try to help them out the best I can, because if I'm not going to help them, who else is going to help them? You know? And there's stuff that I learned from other people that, you know, because I've been around for a while, they'll teach me stuff. And these farming collections, I've been doing them since the old school days. Yeah, I'm an OG with this game, so yeah, I've been around the game for a while. I've been around since 100 skill points was the max you could have. And so what I'm just basically doing is giving back to the community now, because lately, like I said in one of my previous YouTube videos, is you know, I only come on for the seasonals lately because for whatever reason, you know, I got a drone, DJI Mavic Air 2, and I've been so consumed with taking it out, making videos and photographing everything, you know, I haven't been really motivated to play DC. So I'm just trying to help people, even though I'm not actually playing a game with them, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I you know, I try to help out where I can, because I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have used a drone or anything like that, but they're fun and you have a lot of fun with them. So that's why I said, you know, I want to help give back to the community of DC, because you know, I've had so much fun over the years playing it, but like I said, a lot of people don't have skill points, and you know, this Master Detective feat, especially if you're playing alone, it'll help you get the Master Detective feat done if you go out and get all the briefings and investigations and the collections from the game. The reason why I come here is because sometimes one will be sitting right down here, or one will be sitting right up here, which is weird. So That's why I was coming that way. And so then you go up here. Sometimes one will be sitting there. Rarely you'll see one back here, but it does happen. Or you'll find one just sitting right here. Yeah, that's those are briefings. I didn't get none of the briefings in here. So yeah, you're gonna hear the weird briefing sounds. And I come this way because sometimes one will be sitting right down there in the doorway, or up there. And I like to check this corner right here a lot because sometimes one will pop there. But like I said, if you find one, the other one's probably going to be on the other side of the island. And so I just roam around, I fly, and I run the same route over and over and over again. And trust me, you have no idea what boredom is until you've ran these routes over and over and over. I look right there on the other side of the wall because sometimes one will be sitting there. But I go back here because you'll find one here from time to time. And in any other places, they're rare to fall. But they do fall in other places from time to time. Like for instance, sometimes you'll see one right there and you'll be like, what? Well, you're not supposed to be spawning there. Or you'll see one right down here and you're like, okay, that was an odd place to spawn. So, like I said, I go a lot of places on here. And this is the route I fly all the time. Super speed is probably the hardest one to farm with, even though it's like the best power, best movement power. But if you go to the vendor and that new hall that they gave us, the Hall of Heroes or Hall whatever it is, you go up there and you go to the vendor that's right next to that big tower in the middle of the main room, and you'll be able to buy the clinging gloves or the Joker's jetpack to help you if you're super speed. And that's one way around it. But farming is it's best done with either a flight movement power or acrobats, because acrobats you can glide and it makes life so much easier, especially when you're looking for a farm route. I've been doing this game for 10 years and I'm telling you right now, back in the day when I was super speed, it was such a headache, but it helped out so much. You know, especially like when you're a healing, you get into some deep water, super speed was really good. And so was acrobatics, because when let's say you're celestial, right? You get into a tough situation in the movement mode, you're either super speed or acrobatics, you can use your what do you call that? Your grappling hook to pull you out of harm's way quickly, and also to move quicker. While I'm out here, I might as well show you. For those of you who haven't been here, there's a briefing out here. It's a blue one. So if you're looking for a blue one and you only need one more blue one, it might be right there. So I just figured I'd show you that because it's kind of funny. I spent so much time out here. I used so many radar finders out here. It was like kind of making me laugh. So yeah, I was like, where is this at? And then I looked up on DC on one of these pages that a PC player put up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I never even looked out there. And guess what? It was sitting out there when I got out there. And so, like I said, this is the long journey of a farmer in DC. But this is good thing is, if you're out here, you can fight the moral bot. He's out here, and you can also farm for exo materials, and you can just get stuff done. You don't have to have a whole squad out here with you. If you find some moron like me out here that's just like, okay, I'm out here farming for collections, I'm looking for caloriptophobia or calorophobia or cheerophobia. You'll be like, oh, what's this guy doing? Hey man, can you give me a hand real quick? I'm trying to fight the Morobot. And guess what? We might be as bored as you are. We might just go over there and kick the Morobot's butt and then go back to what we're doing after we break group. Because we're not sharing our collections. So that's another thing you gotta face too, because if somebody's farming, they may not want to share their collection, so they might group you up and then kick you or leave the group. So that's just a thought. But a lot of people now, they're so OP, they fight the Morobot or the Obot. They'll beat them like they stole something. But anyway, this is one of the more boring routes that you have to run. And, you know, it's all good. I mean, I like to talk to myself, you know. And none of my league mates have been on in a while. I have one league mate, his name's JCLE. Back in the day, he was probably one of the best tanks. Now he's a squishy tank. And I love that guy a lot because he's one of my best friends. But he's got a lot of growing up to do. So if you see JCLE coming in, he wants a tank for you guys, give the boy a chance. He's not gonna let you down, because as soon as he can figure out the mechanics and learn this game again and his skill points get up there, I think he's gonna be like he was back in the day.